Hello guys, you're welcome back to class. Hope you had a nice one on the other one. And we're through with that one. This time around, we're gonna be running for gift card, those who sell gift card. And that idea is not really for only those who sell gift card. The idea is you can create a similar design. One thing about design is not always based on what somebody else use it for. Somebody else could come up with the concept of using a particular style for a church program. But if you're creative enough, you can pick up that particular pattern and imitate similar. Are you getting it? So just be crafty. Now, for you to be crafty like that, you need to have at least done it in a much more easier way. That is why I decided to make this thing so easy like ABC so that your mind will appreciate what you've done. Once your mind is happy with what you've done, like the human mind, once we are happy with the result we've got, we feel we feel alive and we want to do more. And naturally, before we know what's happening, the whole thing becomes a part of us. Now, people make excuses of I don't have time, I don't have time. It is simply because that thing they feel it's difficult. They feel the mind feels this thing is strenuous. I can't go through all this whole thing. But one thing about it is something you are good at. It's no longer a difficult thing for you because ABC, you are done with it. And in the master class, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a concept for your brand. So you'll be having a precept, not like this. You will not be meeting Pixellab like this. You'll be meeting precepts. That means it would have been set up already with your brand initiative, everything, your logo, everything would have been in position. Now, anytime you need design, all you just need to do is to come into the app. Once you come into the app, everything is displayed. It will ask you to keep past record. You click on OK. Now you meet it like that. All you need to do is to just remove things that are not necessary and put in a new one. Now you could just create a pattern for yourself that you can run with for maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Another week, if you see any other new pattern on my status, now that is the more reason why it is ideal that you learn from somebody that you are kind of close with, because you will definitely be following that person, and before you know what's happening, you're already good at it. And in the master class, I'll also be teaching you how to figure out my designs, that you can decode what I did to achieve it. So even if you're confused on the material, just ask me the material. I will send the material for you and you apply it to your own. Now, sometimes you just need to be crafty. Now, you can pick 3 of my designs or even 5. Now, ideas never go off. It's always like it's an infinite thing. You can pick up 3 of my designs and create something. Me, sometimes I can pick up 5 of my designs and bring out a new thing. I can pick out 6 of my designs and bring out a new thing. I can pick out 2 and bring out a new thing. I've just been reciprocating it. It's just a continuous thing. That is one thing about design. So, but if you don't understand the tools, if you don't know how these things work, if you don't know where to do, if you don't know all these things, you probably may just be naive about it. So in the master class, I'll be taking you through how to decode designs, how to come up with your brand concepts. Now on Pixellab, you don't need to stress yourself much. All you just need to, once you bounce on it straight, you get your work done. So before any talking, let's not talk for too long. We'll talk for 3 minutes. My goodness. Let's just go straight. Now, this time around, we're not going to be touching the background because this is the exact size that we're going to be using. We're not going to be touching it at all. This is the exact size, just 128 to 1280 to 1280. That's 1:1. It's perfect. Now, we're going to pick in the design. That is for those who want to. We may not do it this time around. Maybe let's do it. We're going to pick in the design itself. You get? I think let's start with the background. We already have the concept of picking in things yourself. Now, you remember what I told you? You pull to your left, to your right, sorry. Pull this time around. Let it cover well. Then, you know what I said? You click on those 2 buttons, on this one first and this one. So this one will bring it to the center. Then this one will cover it up for you. It will be exactly that size. Then what you do is you lock it. Remember I told you to lock. So you lock it, it's no longer movable. Then what you do is you oh, I forgot something, but we'll go back and set up our background. You bring in this. You can bring in this or any other one. Once you bring in this, it's like this. It's like this. So you can lock it so that you can set up your alignment. You can create your alignment. Remember the net icon. Once you click on it, it pops up. Then all you just need to do is to set it well. Set well. So once you already have a preset, you don't need to be setting always. Everything would have been there. You set it well. Then it's done. Then you unclip so that it will be movable. Let's remove this first. The very first thing is the logo. Now do what I'm doing. When you do what I'm doing, then you cannot do your own. That's what I advise. Do what I did. Are you getting it? Then your own layer time, you cannot do your own. That's the best way to learn. Do what I do. Then in your own time, you cannot do what you want. Now without, because your mind will just open up to kind of, wow, I love this because I got it so easily. Then let me try my own. Yeah, that's how powerful it can be. But if you want to do your own on your own, it will be a kind of strenuous and stressful for you. So being said that, now all you need to do is you leave that one like that, you clip. You know what I told you, you clip it. Then you go in and bring, we could start with this image, the man's image. It's here. We need to drag it. Remember, it's touching this exact space there. You need to drag it fully. And you use this to move it. Think it's okay like that. Then you clip again. Now, if you watch in the masterclass, I'll also be teaching you how to create this 3D effect. You know, this 3D effect gives it a kind of a realistic, makes it look lively. A 3D effect. Now, I didn't take us all through that one because I don't want to stress your brain. I want your mind to accommodate this thing as a truth. One thing about the human mind is that we get stressed out when something we are starting up is a kind of difficult. That's why you see when they do all these online classes, some people just chicken out at the end of the day. They don't even understand the way this thing runs. So start it as simple as ABC. Your mind appreciates it and your subconscious mind takes it as an habit, and that is it. So the best way to actually put something into yourself is to start small. You want to be waking up, what's it called? You want to be praying every morning. Don't pray for 10 hours. You can just start with 5 minutes. Even 5 minutes, even too much. Just 1 minute. Oh, am I even preaching? Now let's go to what we are doing. My goodness. Now, let's bring in this. Now, bringing in this one. This is the next one we should bring in. Then you remember what I told you, you crop it. I want to show you possibility here of what you can do. Then if you feel you can, then we'll proceed with the master class. But if you feel you cannot, you can just let it go if it's not your thing. But I promise you that if you're done with this, you will know that graphics is everybody's thing. Nobody came to this world with graphics. We all learned it somewhere. All of us, we learned it somewhere. So you increase it so that it will be bold, a kind of, you get. So you clip it again. But you know, we had some things there that we'll be needing. I purposely added those three together just so we will not need to be having a lot of pictures and it will save your memory. It will save your space and your MB. So I had to put the three together. Now I told you something. Once you've clipped a thing, if you don't want to unclip it so that you continue your work, what you just need to do is to open that layer, then tap on it. Once you tap on it, it's touched. Are you getting it? Then come here and click on copy. The copy effect brings out that same thing for you. Now all you need to do is to move this, crop it, crop that particular one out. Some of us are good at things like this anyway. So we have it here. We have this. I have to move that one up a little. It's not a must you get it at your first start. Then you copy this again. So because we have three things there, the third one need to come out too. You need to copy, and you bring it here. Now in the master class too, this is how I made everything simple. I made it as simple as ABC because I want you to hold this thing and make do of it. That is why I had to separate the class. Those who are into food, they are not in the same class with you because I want everybody to do their design themselves without needing anybody's help. And you can do it as fast as everything we just said because we've created everything as precepts. All you just need to do is to learn how to create your own tool as precepts. In the master class, that is where I've actually displayed everything, how you can create it without stress for your business. And all you just need to do is to always put in new thing, remove the old one, put in new thing, remove the old one. Now, this time around, we're going to be applying shape. We have not applied shape since, but this time we're going to be applying shape, just a red shape at beneath it, just to crest it. Now all these things is not a must, but we are just trying to actually make like paparazzi, just add paparazzi to just something there. So now we're going to be adding, click on shape. Once you click on shape, now if like now, if Adibin I did not clip, anything I did not clip here, if I touch it, the shape icon will leave. It will not show, except I touch the aspect that I've clipped. So to make your work look good, always clip your work. When you clip them, you can touch anywhere. So probably this is a shape now. Maybe I don't want a shape. I need to actually touch the background so that it will not it will not be on this image again. So I have access to other things here in case if I want to import and do any other thing. Now I touch it again. This time I want to work on that. Now I bring it down, you pull it down. So to what's it called? To increase it by breadth or by height, all you just need to do, they have three dots here. Look at one dot, look at one dot, look at one dot. This one is by height. This particular one down here is by height. This one is by breadth. So I just pull to the left. If you want it to the right, sorry. If you want it to actually go slow, reduce it, you pull to the right. You pull to the left, sorry. I'm making mistakes. Anyway, you've gotten it. So now you do it. That's why I had to make it three, so that I had to make three different designs so that you become a little bit familiar with it. And that is what we need to do. So now you now need to actually come up with a red color. Now you already have a red color as part of your hair. Naturally, once you add color to any shape, it comes out red. It comes as red. That is a precept of Pixellab. So you just need to change it to this red, then bring it down a little, just something light. You see, it's done. Just within how many minutes? Let's check the minutes we used to achieve this. Just within 14 minutes. Just 14 minutes, we're able to achieve this. Now, in the master class, I'm still repeating this. Just the same way this is as ABC. That is the same way it will be in the master class. I've done everything as precept. All you just need to do is learn how to actually do it for yourself. Know about your brand. know about everything. And once you set up your brand, straight away, anytime you need design, you just bounce on it. You need to, maybe you want to be creating weekly designs, happy new week, happy new month, any kind of things, whatever concept that comes to your mind. And to God be the glory. I'm a kind of person that does design often. So any new design you see on my status, just ask me, how do I achieve it? But before you know how I achieve it, at least you should be able to know how to decode, how to actually say, okay, probably he did this and this based on what I've taught you. Are you getting? So I'll just use a voice note, send you the material, then you have access to everything. Now, I'm actually a graphics designer with purpose. So I go into this thing as full-time work. I'm not doing any other thing. So you have access to every material that I have. That's if you take my master class. But if you know you are not convinced with this whole thing I just did, it's fine. Now, if you look at this trading experience, if you see the 3D effect, it makes this work look much more real. Like it gave you this kind of reality. Now, if you watch the whole world now, everything is going on 3D because 3D brings life to something. That is how sweet 3D can be. So without saying my story, I'm gonna be offering our data. Remember what I told you so that ads will not pop up. It can be crazy and it's annoying, sha. Me, I hate it. Oh, sorry, I clicked on something wrong. Now we need to save our work. Remember I said ultra. Ultra is to save it at a very high quality. So even if you want to print it out, and it will be very neat. Now if you looked at this, everything is neat. Like it's neat. It's neat. Like the alignment, everything is at its own place without any issue. Beautiful design, right? Now, let's save it as a project. Prime exchange. Exchange. Um, don't mind me. I don't used to save with any name. I just save with anything. So now let's bring in another image. We had two. We had two. So I made two forms. So you could probably choose any one you like. It's all yours. It's all for you. Not be me get them. So later, after you're done practicing, then you can now remove my own name and put your own name. Just for the fun of it, actually. There's no big deal there. You can now remove my own brand name and fix in your own. You need to come touch the other thing and bring it up. Bring it up. Then move it up a little. So the man will be inside. So it's done. Then move that this very last one. Sorry, no. Move it back. No. Move this one back. Move it away from that place so that it will be far from it. And also learn something. Do not always try to separate Paul from Barnabas. Do not place your work. Do not make your work too clumsy. When I mean clumsy, I mean do not make it too jam-packed. So space up. Space up is very important. So hence we have this image here now. I'm going to reduce some of these things so that it will not be packed up. I don't like it when it is packed up. And because it is your brand, you need to now begin to split your designs instead of you to pack up everything together, because you are the one designing for yourself. So you're not paying anybody. So you just need to actually know how to design this thing so that you'll be able to split your designs into several places, several backgrounds, so that it will be easy for people to understand. You see how cool it is? It's cool, right? So let's save it to. It's done just within 19 minutes. So don't worry, just take up my master class and you will see what you can do for your business with ease. Thank you for watching. Catch you next time.